Transferring shapes is fairly easy. We've done it all before. Place the shape down, grab a pencil, draw around the shape. Easy pattern. I can cut this out and it'll butt up right on the end of this. But what if I want to do something inside of here? If you can't reach the inside of a shape, it's obviously much more difficult. Well, here's an idea that I have had, and I've been using for probably about 10 years. What? Paint, or more specifically, paint transference. You paint an object, you place that, it's transferred. Now, obviously I haven't come up with some brand new technique that nobody's ever heard of before. We've been using stamps and stamp pads for a very long time. But this is something I've never seen anyone do with woodworking. This example that I've got right here is actually from a lawn sweeper. It's not the flattest piece of metal, but let's go ahead and speed this up. Nobody likes to watch somebody else paint. If we take it, we flatten it down, you get kind of a good idea of what that pattern looks like. Now, it's not the best example that I have, but here's a paint lid. If we want to find out what the thickness of that paint lid is, of that outer rim, we do the same thing and press it down. Now afterwards, I like to use a pencil and draw that outline. It makes it a lot easier for me to see where the paint ends. Now let's get back to the example with the tube. Now I could draw a line on the outside very easily, but to draw the line on the inside it would obviously be much more difficult. Now one could say, you know, I could just take a pencil and just draw, you know, put my hand in there, but what if we have a long tube? Well, let's get to that example now. So now we're going to paint this again, and we're going to make a circle that's going to fit inside the end of that tube. And once again, let's go ahead and speed this up. Now we've set it down, give it a good press, and there you go. Now again, I'm going to trace it just so that I can see where the edge of that is for my bandsaw. After rough cutting it on the bandsaw, we bring it to the sander to bring it down to that pencil line. And as you can see, it fits perfectly inside of there. Now obviously, using too much paint is going to be a problem. If you use too much paint, then it's going to run, it's going to drip. I like to use an oil-based paint. Now, I've also used latex paint, fingernail polish. There's different things that you can use, but a thicker paint generally works best, especially something that you can put a thin layer down on and give that pressure needed to transfer that paint. Now, I have some projects that are coming out, one this week and I don't know about the other one yet, where I've used this paint transference, and as I was making these projects, I thought, why not show this off? I don't know if I've ever seen anyone do it before. It's not really a complicated technique. Most of my bite sizes really aren't. They're just things that I've kind of learned along the way. So if this has worked for you, please let me know. If you've ever heard of this before, let me know. Put in the comments down below. Like this video, share it to somebody who might need some kind of help with this topic. And I wanted to give a shout out to my daughter and my son who are away on vacation right now, and I miss you guys. I love you. And I'll see you next week. Thank you.